How do you build a better box? Mystery solved. Like the looks of a box joint, always have. And I built quite a few boxes over the years using box joints. And what I found that works for me is the Freud box joint cutter set, which you've heard me talk about in the past. And I use the Incra iBox jig, winning combination. So let me show you some of the key features of the iBox that gives me the results that I want. Full disclosure, this is my iBox, and it's got quite a few miles on it, so it's not so shiny and new out of the box anymore. But that being said, yours will be just the same. As you can see, it's made from extruded aluminum, and it's a really nice jig. One of the key features of this is the blade guard, and I use it all the time. But I'm going to remove it because I want to show you some of the other features. The heart of this jig is right here. That's an adjustable key. Adjusts from 1/8 up to 3/4 of an inch. So you could use a single blade. You could use a set like I'm using here, or you could even use a stacked dado set. The red knob is what's going to allow you to adjust the width of that pin. And the silver knob, that allows you to fine-tune that fit. The workpieces right on these adjustable stock ledges, so you'll adjust those according to the fit. It comes with an adjustable sacrificial fence to prevent chip out. This knob at the top here is the lock knob. It locks everything in place. And on the back there's a rear guard, so you're completely away from the blade. It comes with an excellent set of instructions, and I would encourage you to read through those, especially on the calibration setup. It also has a DVD for those that would rather watch than read. I do encourage you to go through that before you set this up. With that said, let's make some test cuts. So after the jig's assembled, I've now made a test cut and a couple of test pieces, and these have been milled to the correct thickness. So the first part of the process is going to be to turn the red knob so that the two parts of the key come together. Once that's done, I'm going to want to kiss calibrate that key to the tooth. To do that, I'm going to turn the silver knob until that key touches that tooth. And you can just barely hear that touching that tooth. So now we're set there. I've loosened the stock ledges. I'm now going to take the red knob and turn that and move that key away from the tooth about 1/8 of an inch. And you'll see that the key starts to separate. Once that's done, then I can lock that in place. So now I'll move the stock ledges into place and tighten them down. So I'll move this stock ledge in so it's about 1/8 of an inch away from the blade, and I'll tighten it down. The next step is to raise the blade to correct height. So we'll put the piece on the ledge, we'll raise the blade until it's just, I can feel it just over that piece. I'll lock that in place. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to adjust my sacrificial fence, and I'm going to create a new slot. Now I'm ready to make my initial cut. Incra suggests that you use a hand screw to secure your piece to the eye box when you're making the cut, and I truly recommend that too. And now we'll adjust the width of that key to match that slot. To do that, we just adjust the red knob. Want to make sure that the stock ledge is unlocked. We'll use the red knob and we'll separate that key. You want just a little bit of a friction fit, and then we're ready to go. We're ready to make some real test cuts. So we'll lock things back up. We'll lock down that stock ledge again. And we're ready to make cuts on our test pieces. And there you have it. Close but no cigar. It's just a little bit loose. So that means we're going to make one more slight adjustment, and we'll do one more test cut, and we should be good to go. To make that adjustment, I'll loosen the lock knob. I need to loosen this one stock ledge. And since the fit is just a little bit loose, and it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, I'll make my fine adjustment by rotating the silver knob while I'm holding the red knob. With any luck at all, that should be just enough. Now we make another test cut, and then we'll be ready to make boxes. And there we have it. Should work. I'm happy. Now that we have that done, let's make some boxes. And I would suggest if you're making one, make more than one. So there you have it. Like I said earlier, I like the looks of a box joint. I build many boxes. They make great gifts. And I always use this setup here in my shop. I particularly like using it with that Freud box joint cutter set. When you get that tuned, it's just golden. A couple of things I forgot to mention. The eye box will work on either the left or the right side of the saw, depending on if yours is a left or a right tilt. And it'll also work on a router table. I wouldn't be without an eye box in my shop. To order your own Incra eye box or the Freud box joint cutter set, just click on the links below in the description and get to building boxes. And to receive regular tips and information on the new tools and products, be sure to sign up for our emails by going to thewoodsmithstore.com.